What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 15, and we start today's episode off with a squad report here. Now, I know in the last episode I didn't mention it, but I'm sure some of you probably would have commented, yes, I know I showed a league table without the squad report. Apologies for that. I've just got all the footage, and unfortunately, when I exported all the footage, when I edit the videos, it's usually in order, but I didn't really have enough time to completely check over all of it. I forgot the squad report wasn't in the last episode. I literally just realised it after I made the video, but yeah, apologies for that, but I thought I'd show it here right at the start of this episode so you can't complain. But we take a look at the squad, and yeah, it's looking quite good. You know, I seem to say this every single calendar month when it comes out, that it's looking quite good and we're developing it quite nicely. But you know, I've been impressed with the signings we've made. You know, we didn't have too much money at the start of this career mode, and of course we had to sell one of our best performers in Ben Hatira to get a few more million. But I'm impressed with the signings we've made. We've only really made sort of one desperation signing, and that was Herman. He hasn't really worked out that well, but he's been okay. But other than that, all the players we've brought in have performed fantastically. Even the lone players, you know, Yashil and Serge Gnabry, they both get in the sides very often, and even players like Zelalem, who don't play very often, they still play quite well when they do get in the side every few games and now and then. But yeah, the squad's looking good, and I'm happy with it. You know, I'm really happy with it. It's becoming my squad. You know, it's becoming a squad that I sort of want to, you know, take forward. You know, because sometimes when you move to a club in career mode, or you start a career mode with a team, very quickly you get bored and you think, this isn't really the team I want, you know. But I'm already excited with this. You know, I don't know whether you guys feel the same about this career mode, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and that's odd because I never really enjoy foreign career modes that often, but I'm really enjoying this career mode, and hopefully you guys are as well. You know, the first 15 episodes have been quite entertaining in my opinion, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are too, even if I can't pronounce most of the names in this league. But anyway, we take on Bayern Munich for today's first game, and of course this would be quite a difficult game, of course, taking on the strongest side in Germany, and of course one of the strongest sides in the world as well. And the first chance of the game would actually fall to us in the 8th minute, but Neuer makes a very good save, and from the corner it's crossed in towards I think, not sure who it was, I think it might have been Brooks, but unfortunately the header went just wide of Neuer's post, and it was still 0-0. But the early pressure was coming from us, and I was really pleased by that, because I didn't play defensive football. I wasn't going to just look for the draw. I really wanted to try and test Bayern Munich and go for the goals, but unfortunately for us, we were of course facing one of the best keepers in the world, and in my opinion the best keeper in the world, Manuel Neuer, and we just couldn't seem to beat him. A couple of really good saves there, and from corners we've been very threatening this year. Of course, we've got some real good height in our side, but it was still 0-0. But thankfully for us, as bad to do, but plays a lazy pass towards his German centre-back partner Boateng here. Ramos intercepts in, rounds Neuer, and puts the ball into the empty net. So that was a really good finish there. I thought, if I can't beat Neuer with my normal shots or headers, I'm just going to try and round him instead, beat him for pace, and that's exactly what I did. Wonderful finish by Ramos. Lazy defending by Bayern Munich, yes, but a great finish by Ramos. Wonderful take, and it's 1-0 to the home side. In the 31st minute though, all of that good work was almost undone by our goalkeeper Kraft, almost pulling an absolute howler. He goes to pick up the ball, he drops it, but thankfully for us we get bodies behind the ball, and we end up squeezing Bayern Munich out of our area, and it's still 1-0. So a real let-off there, because that was the first real chance of Bayern Munich. I would have been furious if the goal came from that, but still 1-0. But in the 41st minute, a good chance for us to double our advantage here. Sigurdsson with some nice skill, but unfortunately a shot from just outside the area goes wide the post. He got off to a great start for his career here in Germany, but unfortunately ever since then he's tailed off a little bit, but it was still 1-0. But in the 45th minute here, you see Contento get on the ball and give it to Shakira. He finds Schweinsteiger, and the great passing philosophy of Bayern Munich comes out here. Schweinsteiger breaks full, we can't rod the ball off him. Alaba keeps hold of it, he plays it backwards towards Toni Kroos. Kroos gets tackled by William Carvalho, but we just couldn't seem to make the challenge. Eventually Kroos plays a wonderful ball under pressure towards Shaqiri, and the Swiss international drills it past Kraft and makes it 1 apiece. And that was a real shame, because we'd been dominated up until this stage. Now, we've been playing really well, but unfortunately we just couldn't seem to hold on to the halfway mark, and it was 1-1 here just before half time. But in the 53rd minute, a good chance for us to retake the lead. Lasogga crossed the ball in towards Ramos, but unfortunately Neuer makes another great save, and it's still 1 apiece. So the German keeper was in inspired form in this game. And in the 55th minute, another good chance for us here. Our left back Schultz gets on the ball, rolls it forwards towards Serge Gnabry on loan from Arsenal. Nice piece of skill to beat Rafinha. Keeps on going, gets onto his left foot here, tries to catch Neuer out the near post, but again the goalkeeper makes a good save, and it's still 1 apiece. But In the 61st minute, we win the ball with William Carvalho. Flick it forward towards Sigurdsson. Nice ball over the top here. Rafinha loses out towards Ramos here. We shoot again, but unfortunately Neuer makes another good save. And it's still 1 apiece. We just couldn't seem to beat the goalkeeper for a second time. In the 68th minute here, Bayern Munich had a corner. And unfortunately for us, I was trying to position a man on the line. But unfortunately in FIFA, I don't know whether you guys have noticed this, but the man on the line never seems to stay there. On the post, he always seems to come off it. And as you saw there, as the auto switch went to the man marking Suarez, the man I positioned on the line came off it and the ball went into the bottom corner, so that was just really annoying there. But still, 2-1 to Bayern Munich, really frustrating because we had been the better side. In the 34th minute, there was a good chance for us here. Herman gets on the ball, plays it forward towards Lasogga, fantastic ball, but unfortunately Neuer makes another great save, and it's still 2-1, so we just couldn't seem to beat Neuer. In the 80th minute, another good chance. Sigurdsson finds Yashil here. He fakes shots past Schweinsteiger and gives it to Serge Gnabry. You see me switch to ultra attacking here. We need to throw every single man forward here. We get the ball towards Lasogga, nice little reverse step over, great touch to get around Rafinha, beats 2 bodies, and it's a wonderful finish by Lasogga. That was an absolutely brilliant goal by Lasogga, some nice skill, wonderful agile run from the left, and a great finish as well. When you look at Lasogga, he's the kind of striker that's a bit of a target man, really, sort of throw the crosses into him and hope for the best, but he's actually quite agile as well, and that was a lovely finish there. So 2-2, he levels the score there with 10 minutes to go, and that was how the game finished. And you have to say as well, it would have been a Bayern Munich fans travelling home that would have been the more happier of the 2 sets of fans, really. To escape with a point there was really lucky for the league leaders, because we played so much better than them, and really we deserved all 3 points. If my finishing was better, if Neuer was just unfortunately not as superhuman in the game as he seems to be, we would have surely won that game. But unfortunately we had to settle for a 2-2 draw, and you know, it wasn't a bad result either. You know, when you take on Bayern Munich, you don't expect to get much, so you have to be thankful, really. But a 2-2 draw was the final score, and I guess we just had to look at the positives, really. But the following game here was going to be against Mainz. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but we take them on here, and we of course be the favourites for this game. We've been unbeaten for the last 4 or possibly 5 games. We've been playing quite well of late, and I definitely fancy my chances in this game. But the first chance would fall in the 15th minute here, as they fail to deal with a cross. It falls to Sakirchi. We strike it from range, but unfortunately the keeper makes a good stop, and it's still 0-0. So good save by the goalkeeper there, and from the corner it's crossed in towards the centre. Langkamp wins the header, but unfortunately it's cleared off the line. So unfortunately, just like the Bayern Munich game, it looked like we'd have all the chances, but just couldn't seem to score as many goals as we need to. But from the corner again, it's crossed in. Again, it's towards Langkamp. This time the man on the line can't keep it out, neither can the keeper, and the centre-back makes it 1-0. He's lost his place to John Anthony Brooks in the side, but to be honest, he's still a very decent backup centre-half. He's relatively tall, quite strong as well, and a good option to look for on corners, and he proves it there. Great finish, and it's 1-0 to us. And in the 26th minute, we almost score an absolute welter here. We let fly from range, but unfortunately it hits the post after beating a goalkeeper, so still 1-0. In the 41st minute, there was a good chance for the home side to score here with basically their first chance of the game, really. They take on Shelbred here. It's played towards the centre. Koo gets onto it, rolls it back towards, I'm not sure who this was that took the shot, but whoever it was very good, but unfortunately for them, hit the post, and from the pass away, it's Langkamp who deals with it. Nice piece of defending there, and it is still 1-0. But in the 45th minute here, a good chance for the home side to get themselves back on level terms. Unfortunately, we couldn't deal with this here. Eventually, it's rolled forward towards the left-hand side. It's crossed in by Park, I think it might have been, and eventually in the centre, it's turned in, and the home side do equalise on the stroke of half-time. So just like in the Bayern Munich game, we do concede on the stroke of half-time, and it is 1-1 here. So that was a real shame. We were trying to hold out for the lead at half time. Unfortunately, we couldn't have it there, and it was 1-1. But straight from kickoff, really, I give the ball away. They go down the left hand side. Vandenberg can't seem to deal with it here. I give the ball away, and unfortunately, it's squeezed in by Koo in the centre. So that was a real shame, you know. We were 1-0 up, and in the space of a couple of in-game minutes, I completely threw it away. And unfortunately, as Koo makes it 2-1 there, I was really annoyed at myself because this was the game in our control, and I completely thrown it away. So I was very frustrated. And in the 58th minute, the woodwork gets struck in this game for the 3rd time as Alagui hits the post from range, and it's still 2-1 to the home side. Couldn't seem to get ourselves back on level terms. But in the 82nd minute here, Langkamp, who scored our goal, goes down the right-hand side. This is our centre-back gone on the run. It's a fantastic cross as well. And at the far post, Zeller Zelalem puts it in with a fantastic finish, and that makes it 2-2 as he dives over the corner flag there. So that was a wonderful goal there. Lovely piece of skill by our centre-back. Great cross, and what a finish by Zelalem for his first goal on loan from Arsenal. Whoever told me he started his career at Hertha Berlin, thank you very much for that. I didn't know it, but yeah, wonderful finish by Zelalem, and it's 2-2 here. And it was just a game full of coincidences, really. You know, just like the Bayern Munich game, there was so much similarities to that game, and the game would end up finishing 2-2. So the same scoreline, same, you know, so many coincidences in the game, really coincidental. The game would finish 2-2, and once again, I have to look at the positives. We've now played 5 or possibly 6 games unbeaten, and that's not bad for us. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.